If you've ever played the game of poker, you may already be a poker dabbler.
Hi, welcome to Poker Dabblers tonight. This is the Hitman here with the facts. Tonight we're going to be talking about what to do when you get a pocket pair of jacks, the fish hooks. A lot of people really don't like to get this hand because it's such a dangerous hand you can lose a lot of money with. So in our scenario here, your competitor went first with his ace-queen and he raised 3 times the blind into you. So when you're sitting there and they've raised 3 times the blind, what do you do with your jacks? Do you re-raise? Do you limp in and hope the flop comes small? And the answer really is where's your chip stack at? And according to the person who's bet before. If they've got a huge chip stack and you've got a small one, you probably just want to see a flop and see where things shake out at. So in our scenario tonight, the flop came all small. We had a 4, a 2, and a 5, which has given the other person an inside straight draw and still 2 big cards. And now you're first to act. I highly recommend you bet well at this one. I would go pot size or a little bit better. You got to figure out where the other guy's at, and the only way you can do that is to put some money into the pot. You're probably going to get a call unless they're a tight player. If you have a tight player that we're going to fold right now, they'll be gone. But if you've got a loose player or somebody that gets a feeling that they're going to catch that 3, you're going to get a call. So let's assume that they did call. You bet a pot-sized bet, and then they called. On the turn, we catch a 9, which didn't help anybody. And since he raised pre-flop, you pretty much got to assume he didn't hit any of that at this point. I would feel pretty comfortable right now shipping, or if you're the small stack betting a big stack, I'd ship it. At least you've got to bet it. You can't really afford to check here. You've still got an overpair to the board, and you got to go for it at that point. And 9 times out of 10, you're going to take it down right now. They can't possibly call at this point with only one more card to come. But there are those random few people that I play with around this certain table here that would call that. And so now you got to see the river. Even though you shipped your stack, or maybe you made a big bet again, a pot-sized bet. Now on the river we got a king. So they still miss. They miss. But now, how can you possibly fire a third shell at this? They've called you all the way down. Now there's a card out there higher than your hand. I think you've really got to kind of give up at this point. I'm not saying fold, but I'm saying slowly check it to them. Try to get them to slow down as well. If they fire a small, reasonable bet that mathematically calculates out nicely into the pot, you're probably going to have to call it at this point. If you just feel beat, you're just beat. But as you can see, it didn't improve their hand, so really all they can do at this point, and they know it, is they have to bluff to win. And so you've got to imagine that if you check it to them, they're going to bet something. You just have to hope that they check small enough that you can afford to call it and get out of the hand without taking too much of a loss. Hopefully you would have bought this down on the flop or on the turn by now, and it would not have come to this. There's the facts with the Hitman. We'll catch you later next time on Poker Dabblers.
Poker Dabblers.